people, really cool case study this morning. GT3 RS, here for PPF replacement on the front end. I've got to tidy up a few little pieces on it and get it ready for preparation. Gorgeous car, proper club sport spec, bad boy, awesome. So let's have a look at the problem. So the problem is here, can you see? The PPF, what's happened is he's caught it and he's actually trimmed it off himself. He's actually done a good job considering. So I will be re-PPFing this bumper. It doesn't look like an easy bumper to do, not particularly looking forward to it, but then what I'm going to do while it's here, can you see how it's starting to go on the edges? This is pretty old, this PPF, so I'm going to trim this back, make it a little bit neater, and do the same, some damage down here. So I'm going to cut this piece out and really get it nice for the customer. That's the plan. So yeah, let's get on with it. PPF to the front end of the hood here. Yeah, they've done a good job. It's been done clearly from new. PPF ends up there. It's very nice. So this is what I'm working with today. Alright guys, so I've used pH neutral pre-wash. I'm slow foaming it down now, pH neutral, and I just want to get into all these areas here, like so. It's a little bit dirty out here today. Just want to make sure it's clean in here. Then I've got to remove the existing PPF, which is always nerve-wracking. First starting point is going to be reference point here, reference point there, okay? Then we're going to line up the top, and then we're going to go, once I've got that bit on, we'll go across there, line up that, and then the rest we can work into place, okay? So, you hold, that's our stick, so you know the score. That's our stick, so you can maybe hang them on the bottle thing if you want to, wherever you want. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get this point down first, yeah? Okay, so if you can give me some tack under there, just this round, yeah, just round that circle. Yeah. So what we're going to do, get that nice and neat on there, and because I've put a bit more slip in there, I'm hoping it's going to be a bit easier to manipulate. Okay, so now what I need to do is come over here and get that reference point. Okay, so what we're going to do, lift this up, and I've got a nice, I'm going to give it a bit of a pre-stretch, and then once I get this stretch, see how it's lined up already? Yeah? So if you give me a bit under there, it's like a big jigsaw puzzle. Now, what I don't want is for it to grip too much. Now, I saw how they've done it before, and I want to do it better, if I can. Yeah. Now I know everyone's going to moan about the strobing, but the front bumper's done. A little bit of moisture under there. Obviously that will dry out over time, but we've got a nice clean line. I don't know if you can see that. It runs across there. Nice clean line across there. That piece is done. Center section is all done. So let's have a look. Can you see it there? Nice and clean. So that one is done. Again, it's going to need a little bit of time to dry out. But that is good. So I'm going to do a couple of little remedial repairs. As you can see here, whoever PPF, I mean PPF, let me be honest, it's not a perfect practice. So there's quite a big gap this side compared to the other side. This was done by a very, very well-known PPF company, and I never, what's the word? I don't ever put down other PPF companies because I know how difficult it is to match up these pieces. It's near impossible. So we're just trying to get it as neat as possible, but it's kind of blown here, as you can see. So I'm going to trim this back slightly and try and bring it into this edge here. I've also got to do some repair work to it over, where was it? Down here. So I've got to cut this out and put a little patch in there. The customer didn't want to replace that whole piece, which I totally understand. There's no point. So I'm going to cut this little piece out, put a little piece in there. Other than that, great looking car. Have a look at this. What a thing. What a thing. Beautiful. I'm a big Porsche fan, as many know. Own a couple of Porsches myself. Plastic rear window, which is cool. So GT3 RS, very collectible car. And yeah, so that's another one out the door. So front bumper, front end, PPF'd. Lovely.